It's difficult trying to decide whether to buy a 2-drawer air fryer or a single-drawer air fryer. But maybe you don't actually need to make a decision, because the Duronic AF34 comes with 3 drawers. 2 5-litre ones so you can use it as a dual air fryer, and 1 10-litre to cook larger dishes in, so you can swap them over to suit whatever you're cooking. This air fryer promises a lot, and for quite a reasonable price. So, of course, I couldn't resist buying it and putting it to the test. But did it live up to its promises? So most 2-drawer air fryers have a divider between the 2 halves of the main structure, presumably for structural integrity and to stop heat bleed. On the Ninja AF400, this divider runs the full depth of the air fryer and it's 18mm thick. And on the Cosori dual drawer, there is a single column at the front which is 11mm thick. But on the Duronic AF34, that divider is completely absent, which means it can accommodate both 1 large drawer and 2 small drawers. The larger drawer even comes with a divider, so you can split it like you do with Ninja's Flex Drawer or Cosori's Twin Fry. All 3 of the drawers are dishwasher safe and non-stick. So from first appearances, Duronic's AF34 air fryer seems to offer everything. But it does have its downsides. As I've said before, all the air fryers I test end up with a nickname, and this one ended up being called the ugly air fryer. Now, I know looks aren't everything and it won't matter to everyone, which is great, but it is going to sit on your worktop and you are going to have to look at it a lot. It's very shiny, it has a lot of high contrast, bold text and icons on it, and I don't think that by any stretch we can call it sleek and modern. This model has 10 different cooking presets. Importantly, they are presets, not settings, so there's no difference in fan speed between them. They are just suggested time and temperatures for different food types. Starting on the left, there's preheat, which is a quick 3-minute cycle. Then there's reheat, which is good for bringing food back up to temperature without making it limp and soggy like it is in the microwave. Fast cook, which is a short 5-minute programme at the highest temperature. Then there's settings for fries, chicken, meat, fish, vegetables, bake and dehydrate. The highest temperature that you can set anything on the air fryer at is 200 and the minimum is 30. You can set it for between 1 minute and 24 hours. Like a lot of less expensive Chinese-made air fryers, the plus and minus symbols for time and temperature are reversed on this air fryer, with plus on the left and minus on the right. It does take a little bit of getting used to. You can program either the left side of the air fryer or the right, but there's also a sync cook function that allows you to program both sides together as one. You can use this either with 2 drawers in that you want at the same temperature or with the 1 big drawer. There's also a sync finish option, so you can program each drawer for different times and they'll finish together. It has windows on all 3 of the drawers and internal lights, which you can turn on and off on the control panel. Now, although it's a little bit of a pain to have to store the spare drawer or drawers, if you find a spot for them in your kitchen, I found I really liked the convenience, not just of having different capacity drawers to choose from, but of having a spare drawer or 2 that I could use midway through cooking without having to wash one up that I'd already used. Inside the drawers are crisper plates, but they are very thin and easy to bend out of shape. I think I could probably have snapped one in half if I tried, but Duronic don't sell spare ones, so I didn't want to completely write this air fryer off. So I also did my new test on the Duronic AF34 to compare energy consumption with other air fryer models which I've reviewed. Now, because there is no air fry setting, I instead chose the fast cook preset at 200 Celsius and I increased the time to 10 minutes. First, I set it up with the 2 smaller drawers and one side turned on, and it used 0.118 kilowatt hours, which is the smallest energy consumption of all the dual drawer air fryers I've tested so far. And when I set it up with the larger drawer and both heating elements, it used 0.219 kilowatt hours, which is less than the Cosori Twin Fry, which I reviewed recently. That smaller energy consumption is most likely down to the fact that it doesn't have as powerful a fan as some of the more expensive air fryer models. But I've actually been very pleasantly surprised with the results of cooking in it. It passed the test with roast potatoes. Look at them, they're fantastic. And it also did a really great chicken too. So I also did some heat bleed tests too on this model. Those are coming up in a sec, but quickly, you probably know the drill by now. If you're finding this helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to this channel. It's free. It just means that you'll be able to find this channel easily next time you're on YouTube. So the large 10-litre drawer on the Duronic AF34 comes with a rather flimsy divider, which you can use to partition the drawer. Bearing in mind you also get two separate drawers with this air fryer, I can't actually imagine a scenario when you would be using this divider to separate temperature zones in the big drawer, unless you just don't want to do the washing up. But I thought I should test it anyway to see how effective that divider is and whether there is any heat bleed between the two zones. So I set it up for 160 on one side and 200 on the other. And after 10 minutes, not entirely surprisingly, both sides of the divider were exactly the same temperature. The divider had done nothing. But that's not quite the full story, because although they were the same temperature, if you look closely, both sides only reached 180 when one side was supposed to be 200. So I went back again to do the test with two individual drawers, same temperatures, same time, and after 10 minutes, the hotter drawer was 185 and the cooler drawer was 160. So, one final test to see if the air fryer can actually reach 200 Celsius. I ran just one drawer at 200 and I'm relieved to say it did reach it, or at least near enough to 200. So bear in mind then that the AF34 appears to be slightly underpowered when both heating elements are on. You get the best results with only one drawer running. So I've talked about build quality a little bit with the flimsy divider and the crisper plates, and I think I should talk about the warranty as well. Most companies will offer you 2 or 3 years warranty if you register your product within 30 days of purchase. Some, like Lakeland, make that 3 years automatic, so it's even easier. With the Duronic, they have a 12-month warranty, and after that is a conformity warranty, which is described as follows. The 2-year conformity warranty covers any error on our behalf with regards to the way it was described to the customer at the point of purchase. If you happen to receive the wrong product, or if it were to lack some of the functions as described on the product listing, this warranty could be invoked. In comparison, this is what Ninja says about their 2-year warranty. At Ninja, we are so confident about the quality of our products that we give the owner an additional free parts and labours manufacturer's guarantee of up to 2 years. So, this does worry me, and it doesn't make me confident that they are confident in their build quality. Maybe I'm wrong, so if you've had any experience dealing with Duronic customer services, good or bad, please do drop your comments below so that other people watching this video can read them, because I think durability is incredibly important, and it's also the one aspect that is really hard for me to test for. So here's my conclusion for the Duronic AF34, and it's a real mixed bag. It cooks well, surprisingly well. The interchangeable drawers are great, and I loved having the option to swap them around. The divider for the big drawer is a bit of a joke. I'd actually prefer they didn't include it because it does nothing. The air fryer itself is kind of ugly. It only has 1 fan speed, and the build quality and the warranty information concern me a bit. But yet, I really enjoyed using it, and as the week went on, it really grew on me. So I don't want to completely write this air fryer off and tell you not to buy it. So here's what I would do, knowing what I know, if I wanted to buy it. I'd find a good deal on Amazon, and I'd just tick that extended warranty option at the checkout and pay a little bit extra and know that I am covered for 3 years. Now, someone is bound to say something in the comments about Consumer Rights Act 2015 and how things are supposed to last 6 years, which is correct if you are prepared to have that fight if things go wrong. However, some people won't be, because fighting for consumer rights can be exhausting. And so I think this is just another option if you want a safety blanket, and something that you should consider. And as far as getting a good deal goes, well, this normally costs $149. I paid $99 for this one new. And if you want to know how I got that much money off it, there is a video about how to get the best price on your air fryer popping up on the screen right now.